fascinating process of fermenting sauerkraut. As a group, we successfully crafted this traditional dish in just 45 minutes. Each group member contributed at least 42 pesos to purchase the required materials like sea salt, cabbage, and essential equipment. Maintaining strict hygiene standards, we prepared ourselves with plastic gloves, hairnets, hair ties for girls, and lab gowns to ensure a clean preparation environment.
Beyond the delicious outcome, our journey showed us the importance of teamwork and the process of fermentation. In this activity, we'll explore the simple art of fermentation, turning cabbage into the iconic sauerkraut. Our objective is to succeed in making one and get to enjoy the flavorful and enriched taste of this fermented cabbage. Let's get started.
So, what exactly is a sauerkraut? Sauerkraut is a traditional German dish made from finely shredded cabbage that undergoes lactic acid fermentation. The key ingredient here is cabbage, which is rich in nutrients and acts as the perfect canvas for the fermentation process. Other ingredients and materials used are sea salt, that acts as a preservative and aids in the fermentation process, a large mixing bowl, a jar to ferment it in, and a pestle and mortar to pack down the cabbage to let the juices out.
Now, let's move on to the fermentation process. The first step in preparing sauerkraut is shredding the cabbage. Carefully wash the cabbage first, remove the outer leaves, and cut the cabbage in half through the stem end using a sharp knife. Cut each piece in half through the stem end again to form quarters. Slide the core from each quarter at a little angle, one cut side down, and cut the cabbage thick or thin depending on your preference.
The second step is adding salt. Place a cloth under the mixing bowl to prevent a mess before adding the thinly sliced cabbage. Put sea salt over the cabbage and make sure that the salt is evenly distributed. In the third step, massage the cabbage. Massage the cabbage for 3 to 5 minutes until the cabbage begins to soften and release its juice.
Use a pestle to pack down the cabbage until the cabbage drip with the juices when lifted out of the mix. Fourth step, place the cabbage in a jar and push the cabbage down with a pestle to leave as little space in the jar for air as possible. Then pour the remaining juice into the cabbage and press down again to ensure everything is packed as tightly as possible. The final step is to seal the jar and leave it at room temperature to begin fermentation. Make sure it's not direct sunlight and allow it for 2 weeks to ferment.
Upon completing our sauerkraut making adventure, we observed some intriguing transformation in appearance and flavor. Initially, we noticed a shift in the sauerkraut's color from its original state to a vibrant yellow during the fermentation process.
This color change is visually appealing and indicates that dynamic chemical processes are occurring. In the beginning, it had a salty taste from the salt we put in, but as he said, it also developed a sour taste. So, in the end, we've ended up with this great combination of salty and sour flavors that made our sauerkraut delicious.
To make our sauerkraut stay fresh and tasty, we put plastic wrap on the jar. This kept all the delicious flavors and it kept the extra air out. We let the sauerkraut chill for a whole week in a cooler spot. It's like letting it sit and soak up all the yummy taste, making it extra delicious.